Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about parallel lines and transversals. And just a little heads up, this is one of the most important lessons of the year. This one and the next one that follows it. And so it's really important that you get this vocabulary down today. All right. The first thing we want to talk about is parallel lines. I mean, we've talked about them for years, but parallel lines are two lines that are coplanar that don't intersect. Now, that's a symbol that we use a lot of the time for parallel. Some people will do them slanted like this, right? Or like this. But those basically just mean parallel, okay? If you have two lines, you don't have to write this, but if you have two lines and you want to show that they're parallel, you can put little arrows on them, and that means that you're showing that they're parallel. You could also put a double arrow. Some people put double arrows, so that's something else that you could do. All right, so that's a little bit of I guess, logistical stuff, right? Things, how to explain it. Skew lines. If you have two lines that don't intersect that are not coplanar, how do you get two lines not intersect that are not coplanar, right? Because that'd be parallel lines. The easiest way to do that is if you have a line, right? Think three-dimensionally, and then off in the distance somewhere behind it, there's another line, right? So I guess maybe it's better to look, you don't have to copy this, but, right? This line, let's do this in green. This green line and this line over here would never cross, right? They're called skew lines, okay? And then the third one is parallel planes, just two planes that are parallel, right? So this plane is parallel to the bottom plane, okay? All right. All right, so first question, example one. Refer to the right, the figure at the right, right? All the planes that are parallel to ABD. Okay, so ABD is this plane, right? What planes are parallel to it? Well, really, there's only one plane, and it's that bottom plane. So plane, and the plane we're talking about is this one underneath, right? And what is that? EFG. And remember, when you name planes, you have to name planes with at least 3 points, right? All right. All the segments that are parallel to CG. Well, where's CG? CG's here. So which ones are parallel? Well, this one back here, this one right here, this one right here, right? So what are those? BF, AE, and DH. All right. All the segments that are skewed to EH. All right, so EH is here. Remember, for them to be skew, they cannot be on the same plane, nor can they be parallel. Okay? All right. I think it's better to talk about the ones that are on the same plane first, right? So ones that can't work are ones that are on the same plane. So let me do those in red. This is in the same plane, this is in the same plane, this is in the same plane. This one is, this one is, this one is, right? Those are on the same plane as EH. I think that's all of them, yeah. So all the rest are good candidates, right? The only one that would not be a good candidate is BC. Look at BC and look at EH. Those are parallel to each other, right? There's this weird little side plane, I can draw it in, right? Where those are parallel, right? So that's one that's not going to work. So which ones do work, right? Well, EH is here, so which ones would work? Well, this one here would work. This one here would work, right? This one here would work. This one on the back would work, right? So I guess we should write those down. What do we got? We got AB would work. We go CD would work. CG would work. And BF would work, right? So let's see if there's any others I'm missing. Yeah, there's one here. This would work, right? BD would work. I don't see any others. Those two right there, got those. That one in the back, no. I think that's all of them. 5, let's see. There's 5 so far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I kind of feel like there's one more, but I'm just not seeing it. So there could potentially be another one, but I'm not seeing it right now. All right, let's just assume that those are it. If I'm missing one, you can comment on the video and I'll fix that. All right, next thing. Refer to the figure on the right, right? All the planes that intersect OPT. Well, OPT is this one, right? So which planes intersect this? Well, this plane here, this plane here, this plane here, and this plane here, right? Basically all the planes but the one across from it. This one over here does not intersect it, right? This one. All right. So what are those? Well, we got planes OUT, POM, PON, what else? PMR, and RUT, right? And those are all planes. I'm not going to write them all out. All right, parallel to NU. Okay, that's easy. One, this one, OT. This one, MR. This one, PS. Any other ones parallel to that in U? I don't think so. I think that's all of them. All the segments that intersect MP. Okay, so MP is here. So what intersects it? MR for sure. MS does. PS. PO. MN. All right, so what do I have so far? This one, this one. I said OP and MN. I said this one. I think that's it. I mean, you could make up ones that you don't even see. You could say PT, but let's just use the ones that are given, right? Because PT is a line over here that would intersect it, but we're not going to get into the clever ones. All right, that's that. All right, that's the easy part. Now the important part. So let me talk about this for a few minutes. Okay, if I have two random lines, right? Okay, they're not parallel. Tomorrow we're going to talk about parallel, but today they're not parallel, okay? So if I have two lines and you draw a third line that crosses those two lines, okay? That third line is called a transversal. And they become really important in geometry, transversals, okay? So I'm going to number these angles that we just made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? Okay. So the key to these problems is understanding interior and exterior. All right, so I've got these two lines, right? These two yellow lines, the red lines. You've got stuff that is happening inside, right? Inside between those two lines. These are interior. And you've got stuff happening outside. These are exterior, right? So you basically have three sections. The interior part and the exterior part. So that's the first thing to know. Interior or exterior, okay? So basically, angles 3, 4, 5, and 6 are interior angles, and angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are exterior angles. All right? All right. Now we have some other words we need to look at. All right, so we've got interior and exterior. Then we've got these words called alternating and consecutive, okay? Alternating and consecutive. So let's talk about those. All right, if I looked at angle 3 and angle 6, okay? These are angle 3 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 6 are interior, right? Right? And angle 3 and angle 5 are also interior, but they are different from each other. See how these are across each other? These two are across the transversal. 3 and 6 are across the transversal. All right? Those are called these are called alternate interior angles. Okay? 3, 3, and 6 are alternate interior angles. And so are 5 and 4. They're alternate interior angles. They're across from each other on the transversal. If they're on the same side of the transversal, for example, 3 and 5, they're not alternate, they're consecutive. So these are called consecutive interior. Okay? Consecutive interior. Alternate across the transversal, consecutive same side of the transversal. Okay? It's about the best way I can explain it. All right, so we got those. Those are words we need to know. We also need to know another one, okay? There's something special about, you know, I want to make sure, because every once in a while I'll make a dumb mistake here, and I don't want to make it today, so. Yeah. So we've got this other one that's pretty important called alternate exterior, okay? Angle 1 and angle 8. Angle 1 and angle 8 are exterior, right? So we know they're exterior because they're outside of the two lines, right? And they're on opposite sides of the transversal, so they're called alternate exterior. Okay? There is no such thing as consecutive exterior, okay? We don't deal with those. There's no such thing as consecutive exterior. So there is one other one, okay? And this one's kind of weird. There's these angles called corresponding angles, all right? So basically, if I have the two lines, right, the two yellow lines, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. Angle 1 and angle 5 are called corresponding angles. Also angle 2 and angle 6, right? Also angle 4 and angle 8. Also angle 3 and angle 7. How do you find corresponding? You have two lines, you draw a transversal. It's the two that are like that. Those are corresponding. These are corresponding, right? And then the same goes for the two bottom ones. All right. A lot of vocabulary there, but really important vocabulary. All right, back to the notes. Okay, so once again, let me just go through these real quick. Interior angles, stuff that, whoa, not that color. Interior angles, angles that are inside between the two lines, right? So the stuff here are interior, right? The ones outside, these are exterior, and these are exterior, right? Okay. Right? Okay, so we say consecutive. Consecutive means same side. So here's my two lines, right? Here's my two lines. There's my transversal. These two, when they're consecutive, they're on the same side of the transversal. So 4 and 5 are consecutive. 3 and 6 are consecutive. Okay? If I have the two lines and I have the transversal, the ones that are across the transversal are called alternate, right? Alternate interior angles. Okay? And then we have angle 1 and angle 7. They're exterior and they're opposite of the transversal, right? They're across the transversal from each other. So that's alternate exterior. And then we have those special ones called corresponding. 1 is corresponding to 5, 2 is corresponding to 6, 4 is corresponding to 8, 3 is corresponding to 7. All right, so let's do these. This is not going to take us very long, all right? Okay, 10 and 16. Okay, so we have 10 here and we have 16. Basically, when you do that, ignore this, right? Don't look at that. Okay, so what are our two lines? Well, then our two lines, I'm going to do these in green. Our two lines are here, right? These are our two lines. Are these interior, exterior? They're exterior, so I know they're exterior. Are they on the same side of the transversal or opposite sides? Opposite. So these are alternate exterior angles. Okay? All right, 4 and 12. Let's look at 4 and let's look at 12. Okay, so basically just ignore this, right? Okay, so what are our two lines this time? Well, our lines are P and Q, right? Are they interior or exterior? Well, you have one that's exterior and you have one that's interior, right? 4 is exterior and 12 is interior. So they're not interior or exterior, they're that special one. Remember corresponding, right? Corresponding. They're on the same side of the transversal, and one's interior and one's exterior, right? So those are corresponding. All right. 12 and 13. Okay, so basically ignore this. Notice our two lines are here and here. Are these inside those two lines or outside? Inside. Okay, so they're interior. Are they on the same side of the transversal or opposite sides? Same side, right? So those are called consecutive interior angles. Okay. All right, 3 and 9. 3 and 9 are there, so you can basically ignore this. So what are our two lines, P and Q? Are these inside of P and Q, or are they outside? Inside, so they're interior. Are they on the same side of the transversal or opposite sides? Opposite. So that's alternate interior. Okay? So there it is. There's a lot of vocabulary, pretty easy lesson. Just get these words down, really focus in on that. Not a hard thing to do. All right. Good luck with this. If you need help, let me know. Bye.